Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you the exact product research criteria that I put into LAUCH to find me winning products every single day. If you want to know exactly what price, revenue, review, and everything in between that I personally use to find amazing products to make the cha-ching, then keep on watching. Hi guys, my name is Karina. Welcome to my channel. I am an Amazon FBA seller, and today we're going to be talking about probably the number one question I get asked and that is, what do you put in the search criteria when you search for your product? I get a lot of people saying they either don't find enough products, they keep seeing the same products, or they see too many products and they get overwhelmed. And I am here to tell you guys the thing to solve it and exactly what numbers I put in when I search for it. So here we go. I have LAUCH opened up. If you guys want a discount code, a link is in the bio. So you can use any software, Jungle Scout, Helium 10, all popular. I don't know which one you use. Maybe there's one you're more comfortable with than another. I have codes for all of them if you want to check it out, but I'm just using LAUCH right now. So what category should you put in? What monthly revenue? What review count? What price? And then there's all these advanced filters that can get confusing, right? The thing is, you want to ignore them for now. They're great tools, but they're not necessary, especially you can find great products without using the advanced tools. So we're just gonna stick to the basics, right? And like, what exact number should you put in? The key here I want to explain to you guys isn't putting specific numbers in. It's more of a plug and play thing. So if you have a certain range of numbers that is most ideal, but what you want to do is take them in little increments, and that's how you really split up your research. So you might not want to do all the categories all at once. You might want to do one or two or three and then switch that around and do the next couple categories. For the monthly revenue, you might want to select a range. Review, you want to select a range. Price, you want to select a range, and you just want to kind of keep tweaking it a little bit. And I'll show you guys exactly which how I start and which numbers I use. So for categories, the most important thing about these is you want to pick ones that you can actually private label and ones that aren't restricted or gated. For example, grocery is gated, so you can't just go in there and sell without getting an approval. And you just want to take a few things into consideration, right? Like Kindle store, you probably can't private label anything in there, right? Apps and games, you can't private label that. Movies and TV, you can't really private label it. I mean, unless they have some like electronic items in there, but just things like that. CDs, you can't private label, so those are categories that you don't want to sell in, right? So again, just play around with it. What I like to do is just select a few and then just kind of roll with it and just click in a few, click out of a few. So you can do arts and crafts, baby is a good one. Clothing and jewelry has too many variations. You don't want to get into that ever. I stay away from electronics. Health and household, industrial, scientific, kitchen and dining, office is good, pet supplies, sports and outdoors tends to be seasonal, but of course you can click it, but I just avoid the seasonal things most of the time. Beauty and personal care, let's see what else. Handmade products, no. Home and kitchen, yes. Patio, lawn, garden, again, tends to be a little bit seasonal. Tools and home improvement, and those are pretty solid ones that won't be seasonal for the most part, so that's a good start. Again, you want to try to mess around with it and maybe do 3 categories, 2 categories, all of them. Just really plug and play with this. Monthly sales, I avoid this because to me that doesn't really correlate with the monthly revenue, and I'm more concerned about the monthly revenue because monthly sales, you can be selling 150 units, but it could be a really cheap item, so it won't bring you much revenue. But you can be selling like 50 units that are at a high price, and then that will be a high revenue. So the monthly sales, the units don't really mean much to me. But I do like the monthly revenue because what I look for monthly revenue is a minimum of $5,000 in sales a month. And with taking all the Amazon fees, your shipping fees, all the fees out of the equation, that tends to leave you with a good profit. And once you scale and have a few of those items, that's when you really start to cumulatively see a good return on your moolah. But if you pick an item of monthly revenue that's too high, it gets too competitive. It needs too much of an initial capital to invest in, so it's just gonna give you a headache. So I don't like to go for monthly revenue over $35,000 is where, to me, it begins to be a little bit competitive. So I like to stay under the 30,000 mark range. So I would go anywhere from $5,000 to $30,000. That's a good range. The price of a good range for me is anything above $15, maybe to $35. When it starts approaching the $40, $50 mark, customers think more about the purchase, and again, it's probably an item that is more expensive to source and you're gonna have to put more money forward to get the item. If you are more advanced and you have other products and you know how the business model works, then great, go after products that have more investment because you know what you're doing. But if you're just starting out, you don't need to find products that are doing crazy amount of money a month. It's great if you do and if you can pull it off and you find a niche that's not saturated, but typically that's harder to do. So price, I like to keep it in the lower range, but not too low, because if it's you want to take into account all the fees. Plus, if it's anything under $10, Amazon can consider it as an add-on item, and then you will not sell that much at all. So review count, I don't go minimum, I never fill this in, I just go maximum. And I'm a little bit different when it comes to this. I know people say like look for reviews that are like under 70, but that's kind of unrealistic a little bit. Sometimes it's realistic, but anything like around under 400 doesn't scare me. So I would stay under 400 reviews range. So I'll go, that's kind of it. And the reason for that is, guys, when you find one product, by the way, this just spits out products to you. This gives you a list of hundreds, thousands, millions of products. One product, right, that fits a certain criteria, but you're not looking for one product. That's where people get confused. You're looking for a strong, solid, stable market. So when you find that one product, what you're going to do is cross-reference that against the entire market and see how the whole market is doing. So say you're looking for one product with like a review count of under 50 and you're not going to find that many. But say you find a product that has like 320 reviews, but everything else is great on here, like the monthly revenue, the price, and then you go in to the market and most of the sellers, let's say, are around 300 reviews, 200 reviews, like triple digits, right? But you find 2 or 3 sellers that have under 100 reviews, say like 20 or 50 or 70. That means they're not that long term on there, right? That means if they're in the double digits, if there's at least 2 or 3 in the double digits on the first page, you can enter the first page too, and you will have double digits easily. You can get 12 reviews, right? Like if you hustle for them, you can get 12 reviews, and eventually you'll build up. And at a certain point, if you're in the double digits as well as everyone else, you're kind of on the same level of field, and eventually you'll get to the triple digits, you'll be in the hundreds, and then you'll be stable with everyone else. But when it gets to like 1,000 reviews or anything in the high triple digits, that's where I stay away. But again, we're just looking for a market, not one product. So it's okay to enter reviews that are higher than what you think you can even compete with. And trust me, if you do things the way I teach you guys, you won't have a problem competing with reviews that are in the like low triple digits, right? Anything under like 400, 500. Anyways, the other thing that people get wrong on this is they literally just, you will get insane numbers. It looks like there's only 10 pages, but trust me, this goes infinitely, forever. See, 20, it's just, you're not gonna stop. You're gonna be here for a very long time. So what I suggest you do is you go in increments. So instead of going from 15 to 35, you go from 15 to 20, and from 5,000 to 7,000, right? And you just kind of go up little by little. Maybe then you'll switch up the price from 20 to 22 and then leave all of this, right? So you just want to mess around and then change the reviews to 327. That's what you want to do, is take it chunk by chunk and just alternate things, because you're just gonna find less products. Not that you're gonna look through all of these pages, right? That's too many anyways. Like if you look through 100 pages, you just want to alternate your search every once in a while, right? Just so you can have a fresh new list. And another thing, here's another hack, is instead of using solid numbers, use weird numbers. Like instead of $20, put like $18.93 up to like 21, 37. No one is doing this. They're just putting in whole numbers because it's easy, but you're gonna capture weird products that have a weird price that no one else is seeing, or not no one else, but some people might see it. But it's just, the more random the better, because this isn't like this product discovery tool. It's not like it's a given that no matter what you put in, you find a product, but it's just good. It's gonna spit out random things to you, and you can narrow your searches from there. So for monthly revenue, again, just really put in random stuff. I don't even know what I'm putting in, just random. And that is how you do it. And then later, in a later video, guys, of course, I know you love the product research videos. I have quite a few of them on the channel, but I'm going to be making more in-depth ones of how I actually look through these, how I know what to choose, down the list, other methods, things like that. So if you guys are interested in that as well, subscribe to this channel. I post videos quite frequently. I have an Instagram account as well. You guys can follow me on there too. I opened up one-on-one coaching as well. All the info's in the Instagram or the link below. It's only application only based though, so check that out too.